Hello, friends, and welcome to Tori Talks TV. This is our review of Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 8, entitled The Pointy End, which is so cute and such a play on when Jon left Arya, and he gave her the sword, and he's like, first lesson, stick him with the pointy end. So cute. So cute. All right, so as we know, Ned has been seized, and all of his men are dying off, and we see Arya with Syrio, her little swordsman teacher, and they have this terribly sad run-in with the Lannister guards in one of the most heartfelt moments of Season 1. So, Syrio, he's trying to save Arya. He's like, go, run, save yourself. And I will quote him because it is huge. He says, what do we say to the god of death, Arya? Not today. And she escapes. And it's very obvious that he dies. Yeah. Because he's trying to protect her.
And she wants him to go with her. So and he's like, no, he wants to stay to fend off the guards with a wooden sword.
That he uses to practice with her. I know. Rest in peace, my love. Seriously. Okay, so then it turns out that Arya, she's like, what do I do now? Like, right, she's on her own, she's a little girl. So she ends up actually, killing this, random little boy, this little stable boy, who was trying to, turn her in because all hell is broken loose.
Yeah, she had to do it, though, because he was going to turn her in.
But it's interesting because at this point, Arya, little girl, has now killed somebody. Yes. So what does this say about her at this point?
I mean, she's had to grow up so fast. You know,
Quickly.
She makes these decisions, and unlike her father, I think the noble thing would be is to not kill somebody, but then I think she kind of knows that kind of like Cersei says, you win or you die.
Right. She knows she has to do what she has to do to survive.
Yes.
Especially now. And I think she's trying to figure out what's going on. Why is this happening?
Because if she didn't kill that kid, she'd be dead. Right,
exactly. So then back to Dany. Dany witnesses what happens when the Dothraki take over a peaceful village, and she's like, wait
a minute.
This is not me. This is not okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her awesome side comes out. So she's like, so you see them and what are they meant to do? The Dothraki. Rape and pillage.
Right, yeah, that's what they've done for
That's all they know.
Forever.
Yeah, but she's not cool with it.
No.
You know what I mean? Well, because first of all, she's had a pretty repressed life with her brother. Right. So he's like, do what I say. And so she's like, you can just see her growing. Mm-hmm. Through every episode, she gets stronger and stronger. And you see her trying to use her power for good.
In the beginning, the first episode, she looks like a child. She's so innocent and wide-eyed. And then as the episodes progress, she becomes stronger and the Khaleesi. She's like, yes.
Yes, exactly.
And she sees these wrongs being done to the people. And she's not happy with it.
Right. And it just shows that she has the heart of a leader.
Yes.
But a true leader.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So then let's go back to sweet Rob. Rob Stark, we haven't talked to in a while. So, he's leading the Northern Allies into war against the freaking Lannisters, man. This is pretty dramatic at this point. Yeah. So, anyway, back at the wall, Jon. Okay. So this is crazy. So this was a suspenseful moment where you're like, what's happening, right? So Jon ends up killing an undead ranger that further proves that these White Walkers exist, man. Mm-hmm. They're here and they're here to stay.
Yes.
Even though they think that, oh no, they died a long time ago. Nope. This is happening. Mm-hmm. Right. So Sam confirms, and he reads that they're only killed by fire.
Yes. So he's read in books.
Right.
So everyone's like, oh, legend has it there's these White Walkers. Sam's like, oh, I've read that they can only be killed by fire. There's also that weird moment they're like, well, why don't the dead bodies smell? They don't smell because they're the undead.
Because they're undead.
Yes. So it all is kind of coming together. Maybe those legends are actually... This stuff is real, people. This is happening.
They weren't expecting this, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. So then we see that Commander Jorah Mormont gives Jon the sword that was meant for his son Jorah.
And then we're like, oh, wait a minute. The connections are coming together. Yes.
And then Jon ends up naming it Longclaw. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Because everybody names their swords as well.
I mean, that's what you do in the Game of Thrones. obviously. So, let's go back to one of our favorite characters, Tyrion. So, free Tyrion returns to Tywin, his father, with help of the Mountain Clan, who he now owes money to. Because he's like, if you free me, I'll pay you money, because that's like what they flaunt their wealth, right?
The Lannister always pays his debts.
Exactly.
Yes.
So pretty much like it's actually really sad to see his relationship with his father. The only person that has shown him any little bit of affection is his brother Jaime at this point, right? Mm-hmm. So it's really sad that he's kind of like, his father's like, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Because I think he might resent him, because we learned that his mother, the Lannister's mother, died during childbirth having Tyrion.
So they've always blamed Tyrion for her death.
Exactly. Yes. So anyway, you get to learn more about the father-son dynamic between the two of them. And you can tell that he's more proud of, like, Jaime.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
And Tyrion is like, Dad, I owe them money. Can you pay them?
Can you get them?
And he's like, well, maybe after they, like, help us with this battle.
Right.
And guess what, Tyrion? You're going to lead it. On the front line. And Tyrion's like, oh, crap.
Okay, I mean, I'll do my best.
So you might as well kill me. Like, why don't you just kill me?
Exactly, yeah.
But Tywin doesn't like to do things the quick and easy way.
No, why would he do that? Right. Yeah. But he's a badass. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of Tywin, but do you remember that scene when he's, like, butchering that animal?
He's just, like, casually having a conversation. And he's like, I think he's skinning it.
Yeah.
He's like...
No. But he's, like, not fazed by it. So then you're like, okay, you get to learn, again, another thing about this character. The Lannisters, man. They're heartless, is basically the moral of the story here.
They are.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about Sansa Stark. So, oh, sweet girl. Yes. She is pleading for her father's life and mercy for his crime of treason. So, Joffrey says Ned has to admit to treason and declare him king. And then he'll consider it, right? Mm-hmm. But what a moment. Okay, so you know Sansa's all about Joffrey. Like, I want to be your wife and I want to give you your blonde babies, right? But in this moment, she's very vulnerable and she's in front of everybody and she's pleading in front of her future husband. Ew. To, you know, show mercy on her father. It's a big moment.
And we're thinking, like, she's making a good case here.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So we'll see what happens.
So we can only hope that, you know, the best things happen for Ned. Sweet Ned, right? And so you think, Joffrey, okay, I'm still at my 8 out of 10 of evil. Let's knock it down a little bit. Give me some hope, man.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see.
We shall.
Yeah, in episode 9. Which is about to happen, guys. So please don't go anywhere. Okay, we will see you then. Episode 9 review.